one of the things that's very striking about Canterbury, and I've been down here quite often, is that a lot of visitors are very familiar with the idea that the cathedral is one of the most important places in southern England to come to. Indeed, I think it's the second biggest visitor attraction in the southeast after Legoland. But very few visitors are ready for an authentic urban experience. Wandering through the streets of Canterbury with the cobbled precincts, shops that look as if they've remained unchanged for the last 100 years is a real pleasure. And that's quite unusual in today's increasingly homogenous world, where chain stores are taking over city centres and shopping malls are spreading like a plague. So Canterbury still has a real feel about it as an urban community, and that's pretty unusual. And the other thing that I discovered, both visiting to come down here to Canterbury, but also when I've been filming on series like Coast and Great British Journeys, is the story along the shoreline of Kent, Martello Towers in particular. And I've spent quite a bit of time in Martello Towers at one particular Martello Tower in Folkestone. And you know, we're familiar with the D-Day beaches in Normandy, but the invasion coast of Britain is much less well appreciated. We've had Roman invasion along this coast, we've had a Norman invasion, and we've got Napoleonic sea defences in the shape of these Martello Towers. And I do urge everybody to go and look at the one in Folkestone. You can see several other Martello Towers from the same spot. And much later, we had First World War pre-radar sound mirrors built at Dungeness. Should be a national monument. Again, we filmed there for Coast and had a biplane, a Tiger Moth, flying in from the sea as if it was an enemy bomber. And we managed to get this huge concrete sound mirror working again. Shortly afterwards, radar was invented and they were made redundant. And then, of course, at Dover itself, we've got the warren of underground military catacombs in the cliffs that were built during Napoleonic times to keep Boney at bay, and then occupied in the First World War, the Second World War, and the Cold War. And some of them, I think, are still in use, but most of them are open to the public. So there are many, many things to look at along the Kent coast and inland. And for me, Canterbury in particular is the perfect portal to the Garden of England.